up or make their microphones a little bit echo, because I know that some people in the back can't hear. But I'm curious of how you found your tribe here in Chicago, or how you continue to find or grow your tribe while you're here. I know that as a Northwestern graduate, I experienced that my tribe left and some come back now. There's that kind of undulating wave. But are there any creative ways you've built relationships or navigated the communities?
Go ahead. I mean, my answer is pretty simple. I found my sort of design tribe just through coworkers and the AIGA. I've met a lot of people through that organization. I've been a member of the AIGA for years now, and they throw a lot of events in the design community. And I would recommend anyone who is interested in being, involved with this sort of more organizational aspect of the design community in Chicago to look into the AIGA. They throw so many events, and I've met a lot of great people through there and coworkers. And that's how I've met the people in the community that I know here.
I was going to say that when I came here, I didn't know anything about the design community in Chicago. And I've been working in Madrid for all my life. So it really was a natural way to start my own tribe or community. So when I came here, it was like, oh my God, how do I do that? What kind of events I need to go, or who is who? And I went to, I don't know, thousands of events, small, big, meetup works really, really good here, and I started to meet a lot of people in the community. I think identifying also the people you want to meet and give them a call or write them or whatever and have a conversation with a lot of people is going to give a lot of, not only create relationships, but also give you information about how to navigate this. About the tribe, I would say, I don't know, I found a lot of people from this kind of, in this kind of events, meetups, workshops, and people recommend people. It's a very collaborative community and very welcoming because I'm not from here, even American, completely different background, and I've always felt really, really good.
So for me, a little personal story. I moved here 5 years ago after living in the summer in Nepal, and I moved here with a suitcase, didn't know anyone, kind of started from scratch. Within my first month, I met a guy, and we dated for a year, and he was a dairy farmer. So in terms of finding my tribe, I'm lactose intolerant. He and his friends were not my tribe. And so it was really isolating my first year here because I was hanging out with all New Zealanders who loved to watch rugby.
And liked milk.
And liked milk. All I talked about was cheese, and it was really difficult. And the benefit of that relationship ending was literally that week, I went to a TEDx talk, and I was like, oh my God, these are my people. And I just got so excited, so invigorated. And from there, it didn't stop, and I think there were kind of two main lessons for me. One was always add value. So as you're out there talking to people, you can't just be like, oh, I'm looking to transition, what should I do? It's like, have something to offer the person that you're talking to. So for my first 3 years here with Mel and I's good friend Sarah Malin, we organized potlucks. Every month we got people together. Anytime we met someone interesting, we're like, oh, come to our monthly potluck. It's really cool. It's called Dinner with Ideas. We actually still run it biannually. So
and Sunday.
On Sunday. You're all invited. It's appreciated. So add value. Don't just take, but give. And then one of the recent quotes that my coworker likes to say that I'll reiterate here is always have a side hustle. So when you're really passionate about something, that's an excuse for a conversation with other people, and that gets them excited to talk to you. If you're just like, oh, I'm kind of moping around and poking around, like, no one's really going to be So do something interesting and you'll meet interesting people.
Yeah, on that note, I'll also say if you have any sort of student hat or writing or curating, I have a blog, I have a project I'm doing. Everybody likes to be asked like for insights and advice, and if you can kind of stroke that ego on, I'd really like to learn from you, and if you don't have any ask of them, you're going to generate a more authentic conversation. And sometimes you have to be creative about what that side hustle is, or maybe you just start a blog. But it can be a great way to meet people that you wouldn't normally meet. Anyway, cool. Any other creative relationship building stories or kind of stories that really typify how you kind of came into this community? For you, Riley, or Jess?
Ultimate dorky story.
I think dorkiness is really encouraged on this stage.
Well, I would say grad school was the main thing, but then second to that, I went to these kind of events. I don't know. 7 years ago, I guess meetup wasn't as big, so I found other ways and went with. I went on my own initially, and I met people. We became attracted, and we'd go to events just like this together. It was kind of fun to see their faces again, and we all kind of ended up having a thing, and that really was what established like, my first group of friends here in Chicago. Was just going to these evening sessions, everyone would have work or whatever they were doing, and all meet up here.
I like that idea of finding your posse and rolling in. Like, we're going to roll in as a posse and make a tribe.